simply the best shopping there is.
And saying that she is a bitter woman.
Exactly.
Because you spurned her, you walked out on her.
Exactly.
Don't you feel like a dog?
Do I feel like a dog?
This is the plaintiff, Joan Johnson. She states she and the defendant had once dated, so she felt sorry for him when he had no place to go. Not long after, he came home from work one night and discovered he was gone. The wacky Prozac user just walked out on her and the debt he owed her. She's suing for $670. This is the defendant, Robert Altschuler. He says the plaintiff was an old friend, so when he was having problems with his ex-wife, she strongly encouraged him to move back to Brooklyn, live with her. He finally had to leave after 3 months because he couldn't deal with her negativity, but insists he split expenses while he was there. He's accused of being a parasite.
All parties, please raise your right hand. To you and each of you.
The People's Court is back in session. Hello, folks. I'm Harvey Levin here at the very crowded Manhattan Mall. Let's get right to the first case on the docket. Have you ever been in a relationship where you make more money than the other person? There's a fine line between helping someone out and being used. What happened here? You decide in the case of now you see him, now you don't.
Miss Johnson, tell me what happened.
Well, the defender is a user of people, which is why we're here. The defendant and I had known each other previously about 2 years ago, and then we hooked up again this past summer.
Knew one another previously in a romantic way?
Yes, yes. We had dated for about 3 months about 2 years ago. And then we started dating again for about 2 months, and he was having trouble with the ex-wife. The ex-wife was about to throw him out, and he asked if he could move in. I felt sorry for him, and I said, yes. I made it known that we would split expenses. We would split the rent and everything else. Well, he lived there for August. All he did was buy some food. As of the beginning of September, he was unemployed. He was unemployed until the beginning of November. So for 2 months, he had no money. Now he needed money for his car payment, which is roughly $700. He asked at that time if I could make him a loan, which I said I could loan him $500. Here's a copy of the withdrawal that I made of the $500. 9 days later, somebody broke his car window. So since he had no money, I again loaned him the sum of $140. Here's the receipt for that. So I went to Florida to visit my son for Thanksgiving. When I came home, there was absolutely nothing on my refrigerator. No food, nothing. Well, by then I was getting like a little angry. So by the beginning of December, I said to him, I think it's time that you find another place to live. He was expecting a check the beginning of December, which was supposed to have come on that Saturday. It didn't come, so the defendant asked if he could borrow $30, and I said, okay, because he said he would give it back when the check came. Well, apparently, he hung around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Apparently, the check came on Thursday, because when I came home from work, the defendant was gone, and he left me this nice little note.
Let's see. Joan, sorry it didn't work out. We'll take care of the matter.
The matter.
And
now
that's underlined, as soon as I get settled. Take a look at that. What's the matter?
The matter was just the relationship.
Oh, come on.
That was the relationship. That was the
We'll
matter.
take care of the matter.
The matter was the
What were you
relationship.
going to do with the relationship once you'd moved out?
Well, it was just a fast note.
Okay.
Well,
No time to think.
I figure it this way.
Yeah.
He moved out
What do you
with
think the matter meant?
the money that he owed me. Obviously,
Sounds like that to me.
Well,
Go ahead.
obviously, had he wanted to pay me the money, he would have hung around until I came home from work, and he would have said, well, here's some money, and I'll be able to give you the rest when I can afford
Okay, so
to.
what happened after that?
Well, to say the least, I was a little angry when I came home from
Did you
work.
call him up?
Well, first I called a friend of his, and I told him that, I said, your friend stiffed me. He walked out the door, he left a note, and he
That
owes me
doesn't
money.
help you. Did you call him?
I called
She
him.
called my ex-wife, trying to
Did you call
annoy
him?
everybody.
Yes.
What'd you say to him?
Well, I said to him that I got these bills of $140, at least pay that. After we argued back and forth, he said he would send me a money order. Needless to say, I never got it.
Okay, did he ever pay anything?
He paid nothing.
Let's turn to the stiff.
The stiff?
Now,
Okay.
you didn't pay her when you should have.
I didn't borrow any money from Joan Johnson.
Oh, you don't accept any of the
No, I
statements
don't.
that she made?
No, I don't. No, I don't. My car window was broken. That was,
So
Joan
you owed
paid
her
that.
140 for that?
Joan said she felt very, very bad that the window was broken. She said she would she would pay for it since she felt so bad that it happened in front of her house.
I think
As
not.
far as $500,
Just a moment, just a minute. Do you also do gigolo on the side?
no, I don't.
No.
No,
I see. Okay, now tell me about the 500.
I have no idea about the 500. All I see is a withdrawal. Doesn't mean anything to me.
I see.
it could be
you're
with-
saying that
I
she
have-
did not give you the 500.
No, that's true.
All right, now tell me about the relationship.
The relationship, I left my ex-wife. We tried to get back together. It didn't work out. Joan and I were dating for a while, and she asked me to move in with her. Said I wanted to find my own place. She said I should. She asked me to move in and stay with her. What I did was split her rent and split the grocery bills.
And you say you did pay her?
Yes, I did. I just, if Your Honor knows the word for bissena, Joan is just...
Bissena is a Yiddishism for bitter.
Mm-hmm.
You're
And
saying that she is a bitter woman.
Exactly.
Because you spurned her, you walked out on
Exactly.
her.
Exactly.
Don't
Now
you feel like a dog?
Do I feel like a dog? Not really.
She says the only way to deal with this kind of dog is to hound him for the money. Testimony continues.
The defendant lives in a trailer on a used car lot. So,
Your Honor,
What are you trying to
do I
convey?
look like him?
Just a minute.
Okay.
What are you trying to tell me? That he's trailer trash?
no, well, regardless of how bad I was, would you like to move out on me and go live in a trailer? I don't think so.
When it's time to clean your outside windows, does the job seem this big? Next time, try Windex Outdoor. Just aim, spray, and rinse. Windex Outdoor's concentrated formula and sheeting action dissolve tough outdoor grime to get windows clean. No buckets, no ladders, no aggravation. Bring a big job down to size with Windex Outdoor from S.C. Johnson Wax. A beautiful shine, a lot less time.
Learning to get dressed is easy with the right teacher.
What do you know?
I know my shirt goes over my head. I know yellow, blue, and red.
What do you know?
Pants in the closet, shoes on the shelf. I can get dressed by myself.
They'll look smart in Kmart's exclusive collection of Sesame Street clothes.
What do you know?
Piece of big bird on my shirt. There's a ruffle on my skirt.
What do you know?
I'm wearing overalls today. Brought to you by the letter K.
I love working here. It's exciting, feeling like we're changing things for the better. At Zurich Direct, there are no surprises. You call us and we give you a free quote on high-quality term life insurance with no strings attached. And these rates are up to 70% less than what some other insurers charge. I mean, why pay more than you have to?
Hi, thank you for calling Zurich Direct. This is Wendy. How may I help you?
It really is simple.
Well, Mr. Madden, you're 42 in good health and you don't smoke? That's great. A 10-year, $250,000 policy is just $23 a month, and your rate is guaranteed.
Everybody has questions when they call in. They want to know they're doing business with the right company. You'd be amazed how many letters we get from people just saying thanks.
Well, you can choose a 5, 10, 15, or 20.
Coverage can start in just a few
Sure, I
weeks.
can help you with that. I'll just...
Absolutely. I think everyone should call Zurich Direct. But then again, I'm probably a little partial.
Call 1-888-597-LIFE. Zurich Direct, a unit of Zurich Kemper Life.
The defendant denied that he acted like a dog by taking the money and running from his lover. Let's listen.
Actually, he didn't walk out on me. I threw him out.
No, that's
more-
not true, Your Honor.
Yes.
She told me I have to be out within 2 weeks, and I left.
Makes you feel
It
better?
makes me feel much better. He begged me not to. He had nowhere to go.
That's not the truth, Your Honor.
Well, exactly where... I
That
would
is
like
not
to
the
know
truth at
exactly
all.
where the defendant is living. Why don't you tell the judge?
Where are you living?
I'm staying at a friend of mine,
Really?
an old friend.
What do you want to tell me?
That the defendant lives in a trailer on a used car lot. So...
Your
What
Honor,
are you- what are you trying to
do I
convey?
look like him?
Just a minute.
Okay.
What are you trying to tell me? That he's trailer trash?
No, well, regardless of how bad I was, would you like to move out on me and go live in a trailer? I don't think so. So I would say it was the other way
Depends on
around.
how
I asked
different-
him to live.
Depends on how
I'd like
tough
to know
it
how
is
she
to
knows
live with
where
you.
I live.
What?
I would like to know how she happens to know where I live.
She's following you.
Yeah.
Now, are you working?
No, I'm not. I was laid off.
How do you live?
How do I live? I'm trying to do the best I can. I had some money
What
saved.
does that mean?
That means I have some money saved up. I'm living on that.
Excuse me.
What do you got there?
I mean, I could show you a piece of paper and
What
say...
do you got there?
These are checks that I wrote to him when he first moved in because he has no checking account, okay?
Yeah, I gave her cash to pay my bills, that's all.
Okay, fine. The amount
Did he
here...
give you cash?
Yeah. No, I paid these bills with the cash he gave me. But the amount here of $334, that's the total of... That's 1 month's car payment.
That's my car payment.
Right. So after 2 months, he owed almost $700, which he had no money to pay for the car.
And you lent him $500.
That was what the $500 was for.
So she says that she lent me $500.
Yeah. Because he was so unhappy that he was going to lose his car because he couldn't make the payment. And the balance he said he would get from his daughter and from a friend.
Now, tell me about this note. This is a very serious note. Let me read it again.
Which note is that?
Sorry, it didn't work out. We'll take care of the matter, underlined, as soon as I get settled.
The matter was just my way of saying I will speak to her and explain what you just. I sort of felt bad, even though she seemed to be a very vindictive woman and never had anything good to say about anybody. And the relationship was going nowhere.
Can you remember the last time you felt bad? Is this the first time in your whole life?
That I felt bad?
Yeah.
In what sense, Your Honor?
You say you felt bad that you were walking out on her.
I felt bad, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I mean, I have 2 grown daughters. I would like if they were hurt by somebody. I felt that she was probably maybe she was a little hurt.
Uh-huh.
She did ask me to leave. I left 2 weeks before she wanted me to leave. I decided there was really nothing there.
So you didn't walk out on her?
No, I just left. She said, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out.
Hold on a minute.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
She tells you, get out.
Not in those terms. She said, I'll give you, you have 2 weeks to leave.
I felt he wasn't enhancing the quality of my life.
So she was asking you to leave.
Yes.
Now you leave and you say, sorry it didn't work out.
Exactly.
We'll take care of the matter when I get settled. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me that the matter is that you've left her.
Mm-hmm.
She kicked you out.
No, she didn't kick me out.
She told you to leave.
She told me to leave, but not at that exact moment. I mean, if I was that bad of a person that she's making out to me, she would have just get out right now.
She asked you to leave.
Yes, she did.
So how was it incumbent upon you to take care of the fact that you walked out on her? If she asked you to leave...
She asked me to leave. She said, I would like you to move out within 2 weeks.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Am I not correct? If she asked you to leave, you didn't walk out on her.
No, I left. I left on my own good choice.
You left at her request.
Well, not really. She said you have 2 weeks to leave. Well, I left it in the next day or two.
So
when his check came.
So all you're saying to me is she gave you 2 weeks to get out.
Exactly.
And you got out earlier.
Yes, I did.
No, I didn't give him the time limit. I just said he would have to find another place to live.
Okay. If while I'm gone, you reconcile with him, I'll never talk to you again.
I don't think so. I think not.
Is the defendant trailer trash or is the plaintiff's case garbage? Will she collect money for what she lent? Judge Koch rules next.
Are you fighting with your former lover, a friend, or neighbor? Settle it on the People's Court. Call toll-free 1-888-505-6950.
Next People's Court, when Richard questioned his cobbler's work, shoes and words went flying.
Calling me thief? I was not satisfied.
You're a liar. The case of the soulless plaintiff.
I do the best.
Tuesday, on the People's Court.
Hi, I'm Halle Berry. Each year, more than 200,000 new cases of breast and ovarian cancer are diagnosed in our country alone. Each one of us knows someone, a grandmother, a mother, a sister, or a friend who has cancer. Please join the Entertainment Industry Foundation and NBC4 in the fight against women's cancers by participating in the Revlon Run Walk for Women. Register today at any Duane Reade location for the 2nd annual Revlon Run Walk for Women. Together, we can make a difference.
After retiring, I took up pottery. A while ago, I had this sore on my foot that wouldn't get better. It got so bad I couldn't work the wheel. My doctor said that happens with conditions like diabetes or poor circulation. She referred me to the specialist at the Wound Care Center. Their team put me on a whole treatment program with therapies I couldn't get anywhere else. Now life's back to normal. It was supposed to be a bowl.
Call your local wound care center at 1-800-991-HEAL.
A little chicken music, please. Thigh bones connected to the... Stop the music! There's no bones in my crispy strip. Just juicy white meat. Get this meal for just $2.99. Bones not included.
Some mattresses are too firm, while others too soft. But with a Spring Air back supporter mattress, you get conforming comfort and great support. So you sleep just right. Spring Air, the mattress with the just right feeling.
Go to the Rockaway Bedding Store nearest you for brand name mattresses up to 65% off with free delivery. Or call now 1-800-TRY-A-BED.
If you're in debt and have equity in your home, call Upland Mortgage. Upland provides loan programs for all types of needs, regardless of your credit history.
We work extremely hard to get everyone approved.
Get an easy loan from Upland and get the money you really need really fast. Or consolidate your bills into one low monthly payment and save hundreds every month.
Just starting the application process makes people feel better.
Call Upland today at 1-800-UPLAND-1.
It feels great to call people and say you're approved.
Before you hit the road,
Get a live bird's-eye view of major roads and bridges.
with News Channel 4's Skycam on the web.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
Only at newschannel4.com.
Jock Scarborough, only on News Channel 4.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Let's punch up the website. The plaintiff has a commanding lead. Down here in the mall, even more so. Let's find out who should win this and why. What do you say? Come down here.
Well, he shouldn't.
He shouldn't win. Why?
He's a freeloader.
He's a freeloader?
She's an idiot. She kept giving him money. He just kept writing notes, and that's not helping nothing.
What about that? She was needy?
He should win. He didn't say what the matter was on the note. He should win. He didn't say what the money was.
Well, that's an interesting point. What about this issue of the note saying, I'll take care of the matter?
The letter hung him.
The letter hung him.
The letter actually messed him up, because he should have never did that.
Coming down here?
He should honor his commitment.
Pardon me?
As much as she's so generous, he should honor what she did for him.
He should own up to what she did. Last comment.
He didn't think it would go that far. That's why he wrote matter on a letter.
Did the letter hang him? The judge is taking the bench. We are going to find out. He's going to decide who wins and who loses right now.
I want to say this to you. You're a lucky person. You could have gone on forever with this guy. He is the American gigolo. Doesn't have any class. None.
I know.
And how you got stuck with him, you're an attractive woman, is beyond me. But you are lucky you are well rid of him.
I know that.
And you can't even lie straight. Terrible liar. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $670.
Thank you.
First, we'll talk to the defendant, who seems to hold the plaintiff in such contempt. You have such disdain for her. Why in the world did you move back in with her the second time, then?
I thought maybe it could work out, but it just was the wrong move. The wrong move. She's just a very vindictive woman. I don't know her.
And you thought the leopard could change its spots, right?
I did so.
Okay, well, see Josephine right down the hallway, and it'll all be over for you. And here comes the plaintiff next. Here's your chance to say something nice about him. We heard all the nasty things. What did you see in him in the first place when the relationship got going?
Well, as they say, you don't know somebody till you live with them. And that's exactly what happened. I didn't know him until I lived with him. And once I did, I threw him out.
Okay. All right, that was the nicest you could muster? Let's go back to Harvey.
Okay, little tip here, not necessarily for this defendant because I think he was a schmo, but if you write a note in haste to someone, that note, as you saw in this case, can come back to haunt you. So whenever you write a note, even if it's in a moment of passion, you should stand back and read it in the worst light it could possibly be taken. Think about when things go wrong when you write a note like that, and think about how it can be used against you before you put pen to paper. My question to you guys, who dumped who? Did he dump her? Did she dump him? What do you think?
She dumped him.
You think she dumped him?
Definitely. She dumped him.
Who disagrees?
He dumped her.
Pardon me?
He dumped her. He said he was leaving, and he left.
He dumped her. He dumped her. He dumped her. He dumped her.
Okay. That's going to be a quick wrap for this case. The next case, a high school friendship, decades long, crashes and burns.
This is the plaintiff, Frank Fatchapandi. He claims he's been friends with the defendant since the 70s when they used to drag race together. So he can't believe the guy actually weaseled out on their van deal. The defendant was supposed to sell him his '91 Chevy Astro, but decided to sell it to someone else. He's suing for $2,000 for breach of contract. This is the defendant, Brian Henney. He says the plaintiff has to be joking. There was no deal, no money exchanged hands. He once casually mentioned he planned to sell his van, but changed his mind. A few weeks later, one of his tires was slashed, and he's sure the crazy plaintiff is the culprit. He's accused of being a drag.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Do you and each of you, in the case now pending before this court, the People's Court, case number 345 of